What happens when a man worth billions suddenly becomes a man worth zero? When CEO Arthur Sterling announced his total ruin, his perfect family vanished instantly. But as the vultures circled his empty mansion, one person did the unthinkable. Is it possible for a daughter's love to rebuild a shattered empire? In the shimmering world of the 1%, wealth isn't just money, it's armor. We see Arthur Sterling, a titan of industry whose name was once synonymous with untouchable power. But the higher you climb, the harder you hit the pavement. Bankruptcy isn't just a financial state. In high society, it's a social death sentence. When the news broke that Sterling Global had collapsed, the silence from Arthur's inner circle was deafening. This is the story of a man who lost his gold but found something far more precious. It's a tale of greed, betrayal, and a daughter who refused to let the fire go out. The downfall was tactical and brutal. After a series of calculated risks went south, Arthur stood before his family and delivered the shattering news. We have nothing left. The banks took it all. The reaction was a masterclass in human cruelty. His wife packed her designer bags before her tears even dried, coldly stating she didn't sign up for poverty. His sons, heirs to a throne they thought was permanent, cursed his name and walked out, seeking shelter with rival families to maintain their social status. Arthur moved from a sprawling $50 million estate to a cramped, one-bedroom apartment in a part of town he used to avoid. The isolation was suffocating. Creditors hounded his every step, the media mocked his fall from grace, and his health began to fail under the crushing weight of public shame. He sat in the dark, watching the lights of the city he once owned, realizing that every friend he ever had was bought and paid for. He was a king without a kingdom, a father without a family, and a man staring into the abyss of total ruin. He felt the cold sting of being discarded like trash by the very people he had spent his life providing for. While the rest of the family was busy erasing Arthur from their lives, his youngest daughter, Maya, was doing something different. She didn't cry, she investigated. Maya, often dismissed as the quiet one, sold her only inheritance, a vintage watch from her grandmother, to hire a skeleton crew of data analysts. She spent weeks in a dim library, poring over her father's complicated financial web. She discovered that the collapse wasn't just bad luck. It was a sophisticated internal sabotage by Arthur's board of directors. Driven by a fierce, protective love, Maya didn't just want to save her father's pride. She wanted to reclaim his legacy. She bypassed the high-priced legal teams that had abandoned them and went straight to the grassroots. She used her skills to expose the corruption of the board, organizing a small group of loyal employees who still believed in Arthur's original vision. With intelligence that rivaled her father's and a determination fueled by the sight of him broken in that small apartment, she devised a counter-raid strategy. She wasn't just a daughter anymore. She was a genius strategist who proved that love is the greatest motivator for brilliance. The climax arrived in a high-stakes boardroom showdown. The corrupt directors were celebrating their final takeover when the doors swung open. It wasn't Arthur who walked in, but Maya, armed with a tablet full of evidence and a legal team she had recruited through sheer conviction. As she laid out the proof of their embezzlement, the room went cold. But the real shock came when Arthur walked in behind her, looking sharper and more powerful than he had in years. As the board scrambled, Arthur revealed the ultimate truth. The bankruptcy was a calculated loyalty test to see who truly stood by him before he initiated a massive company merger. While his wife and sons failed miserably, Maya's brilliance had actually saved the company from a real hidden threat she discovered during her investigation. The emotional payoff was massive. Arthur realized that while he was testing his family, his daughter was actually proving she was the only one fit to lead. He didn't just get his billions back, he officially named Maya as the new CEO. The look of pure redemption on Arthur's face and the stunned silence of the greedy directors created a moment of absolute triumph. The journey from a mansion to a studio apartment taught Arthur Sterling a lesson that money could never buy. True wealth isn't found in stock options or offshore accounts. It's found in the person who stays when the music stops playing. His wife and sons tried to return, begging for forgiveness once the test was revealed, but the doors to the Sterling empire remained firmly shut to them. They had chosen status over blood, and in doing so they lost both. Maya's rise to CEO wasn't just a promotion, it was a cultural shift for the company. Under her leadership, Sterling Global focused on integrity and resilience. The story became a global inspiration, proving that a daughter's love and a sharp mind are more powerful than any economic downturn. Arthur now spends his days as a mentor, watching his unexpected hero lead with a heart of gold and a mind of steel. It serves as a powerful reminder. Never underestimate the quietest person in the room. They might just be the one holding the keys to your survival when the world turns its back on you. Family isn't about who shares your name, it's about who shares your burden. Did Maya's loyalty give you chills? If you believe that family and character matter more than a bank account, hit that like button right now. Comment loyalty below if you'd stay by your father's side, and don't forget to subscribe for more unbelievable stories of triumph and redemption.